Happy Monday, 7th graders. How you doing? Hope you had a nice and refreshing weekend. Let's get right back into the new republic that is being built under the presidency of George Washington. The next chapter is going to look at a number of the different crises and problems that Washington and his administration have to deal with through the prism of his, arguably two most important members of his cabinet, his Secretary of State, Thomas Jefferson, and his Secretary of Treasury, Alexander Hamilton. We've already covered quite a bit on the differences between Hamilton and Jefferson, and the article today kind of refreshes some of that memory since it's treating it as the beginning of a whole new chapter. So I'm just going to give you a quick primer on the two guys, and so that way you're fresh for the week. It should be a nice, succinct lesson. So you might remember this graphic I posted up from last week, and just kind of give you a fast refresher. So Hamilton wants a strong central government. He feels that we need a federal government that is powerful enough to protect the rights of the people and to protect the well-being of the nation. In order to do that, you need a government that is effective and strong enough to do that and to protect the people. Jefferson, on the other hand, wants to protect the people from the government. He's a key figure in leading the revolution against King George, and he feels that a government with too much power will always become corrupt. So he really wants to limit the power of the federal government. He wants more power put into the states, more power put into the people's hands, rather than into a national government. And we're going to see there's a number of different differences that they have that reflect that desire, one for a strong and capable government, and or on the federal side, or for a limited central government and powerful state government under the Republican ideas of Jefferson. One of the things that you can see is that the Federalists want a large tariff put in effect to deter people from buying from foreign businesses. Republicans, under Jefferson, don't want the tariffs. They want to be able to protect the farmers and other people from being able to tax to sell their goods overseas without having to pay taxes themselves. Hamilton favors a strong military and building up a strong permanent army and permanent navy. It's kind of crazy to think that having a permanent navy was a bone of controversy, but it was. Jefferson, again, a revolutionary, fears the military since the military was used against the Americans by the British. So he feels that the military should be as limited and as small as possible. That once you have a military that is permanent, it will grow bigger and stronger and have more control over the people. Hamilton's policies overall want to promote a rule by the wealthy, the educated, the elites. He wants an economy that is based off of mercantilism, business, a strong banking system. He wants industry in America, factories putting people to work. And Jefferson wants an economy that's based off of agriculture, where individual farmers have their own control over their own destiny, and not are at the whims of having a boss or a corporation or bank making their decisions for them. Federalists see the Constitution as a guideline, but feel that the government power can be strengthened. They're a little bit more loose with their interpretation of the Constitution, whereas the Jeffersonians and the Republicans want to use the Constitution as a strict limitation on the rights of the people. So with all those things in mind, I'm going to post up 2 different quotes for your question today. I'd like you to read the 2 quotes and then post your answer to the questions underneath in the comments below. So quote number 1. The government that is best in the one which governs least, because his people discipline themselves. Quote number 2. The people are turbulent and changing. They seldom judge or determine right. Give, therefore, to the first class a distinct and permanent share of the government. I want you to try to figure out what both of those 2 quotes are saying. Quote number 1, quote number 2. Who do you think said each of these quotes? And explain your answer. If you've been paying attention, you should be able to get this done pretty quick. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday, everybody. Bye-bye.